one of the areas of Joe Biden's speech that I actually liked was he gave I think a fairly good, if not incredibly strong, refutation of the idea of trickle down economics and the idea that we can just keep showering the rich with money and somehow that's gonna benefit us. Sure, it didn't work under Reagan or George W. Bush or Trump, but surely the next time it will work. Well, okay, we need to fight back against that. And so he's starting to. Now that said, the right isn't going to like that because they want more of these tax cuts and their media. People like the hosts of Fox and Friends would stand to gain a lot of money from future tax cuts. So they're gonna turn against those. So we got a couple of clips for you. The first is an attempt to pretend that being against all of this aid going to the working class is actually a Fox defense of the working class. Here is Ainsley Earhardt.
I was just saying, I thought it was very polarizing last night because they're saying, we'll take care of you. We're gonna pay all of your bills. You can't do it on your own. But you hear everyone in the diner this morning saying, we want to work. We want people to come back to work because we like feeling proud of ourselves. We like putting our head on our pillow at the end of the night and at the end of the day and knowing that I worked hard for that pillow, for that food that was on.
Was that a My Pillow reference?
It was. They actually talked more about the My Pillow afterward. I don't know. Are they sponsored by it? I don't know. So, okay, well, look, let's throw it out to the country and just understand there's 3 millionaires that are telling you, no, don't take any of this help from the government during this horrible economic crisis because then you won't have your pride. You won't be a real man. Maybe it'll work.
$450,000 a year and I don't want this to hurt me. That's just what they should say. You know, everybody's trying to act like they're really trying to help the working class on both sides. Both parties are both saying working people. I don't understand how Fox News can sit there and with a straight face act like taxing the rich. A small little chunk, they won't even know, I promise, is gonna really hurt the working man. How? This country was built because we put money into the working class. We provided structure and infrastructure for these jobs. I mean, we've seen those things work where we have seen trickle down fail every single time. And we've seen investing in our population work every single time. So it's really just at the end of the day, who is it helping? And like you said, mainstream media, most people are very wealthy. Of course, the owners are very wealthy and they want to keep it that way. I mean, they have monopolies as it is. They don't want the regulation. They don't want to be taxed. I mean, even as an individual, John, the way it is now, for me to make money in this country, and I don't make anywhere near these Fox News, hosts, but I have to have a corporation and work under a corporation name. Otherwise, I'll be taxed too heavily as an individual. And I have to have enough money to do that and to pay my taxes as an individual. So I have to pay 2 sets of taxes now, just so that I don't have nothing at the end of my paycheck. I mean, this is what is going down now for the American people. And it's starting to become a more widespread thing. We saw that with unemployment actually offering money to people who are self-employed for the first time. And I'm not sure if that's nationwide, but here in California, they offered that. So we can see that the working class is continuing to really struggle and be on their own and work for everything for that pillow. And it's probably not a My Pillow because we don't want to invest in those. I heard they're crappy on top of it, but we do work for everything on our own. And we are paying, I mean, I owe this is hilarious. I owe the IRS $600 because I told them I didn't get my $600 stimulus. So I was like, I didn't get it, so I'm not gonna. So I have to somehow get my stimulus just so I could give it back to the IRS. That's where we're at right now. That's what individuals are dealing with.
It's annoying, yeah. Well, look, to a couple different aspects of what you said. Part of the new plan does involve standardizing and supporting unemployment programs. John Oliver, by the way, had a great show about unemployment a few weeks back. Everyone should watch that. And then, and also $80 billion over the next decade for more funding for the IRS, which would be very helpful. You know what, really fast, quick aside, I'm having an issue with the IRS as well. So I had a couple of years ago some taxes I apparently didn't pay, had no idea about it, and they never let me know. So years go by, I paid taxes multiple times since then, they never brought it up. Anyway, years go by, they let me know about it finally, and what do you know? There's some penalties and there's some interest because I hadn't paid because I didn't know about it. So I was lucky that I was one of the people that was in the know enough to know there's a program that can get rid of some of those penalties if you've never had penalties before. So I did that. That leaves me with remaining taxes I have to pay, less, but still something. So then I go on the website to pay that off. and they have a thing that lets you pay it, but the thing that lets you pay it doesn't say what you owe. It doesn't seem to know. They have a different tool that knows what you have to pay. So I went to that, and because I had just gone through this program, and so the number has changed, it doesn't know what I owe either. So I would have to pay some random amount. So fine, I'm like, okay, I gotta call up. So I call them, and normally that involves getting in a line. And I've been on the line with them for literally hours waiting. It was so busy, they don't even put you in the line. It literally just kicks you off. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. And as time goes on, I'm probably generating more penalties and interest. So great system. Anyway, long story short, fund the IRS.
It's the same way for the Small Business Administration. I have a SBA loan, and when you go, they don't tell you how much your payment is. You just have to randomly write a check to an address, and you have to like.
And is it gonna go to the right thing? Like, no, I wanna pay that bill, you psychos. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so I have had some issues with taxes. Fox and Friends is gonna have some issues with their perception of Biden's tax plan, because Biden is saying no more trickle-down economics.
And I think he was really clear about it. I thought he was very clear. I thought it made a lot of sense. And it's a complicated thing to understand. So I thought he did a great job there, because people need to understand when we talk about tax the rich, it's not like we're just gonna take half of what you make, rich people. It's, he really broke it down. And I feel like you said, your average Joe watching, the speech is gonna be like, maybe look into it more, maybe understand it a little bit more. But when we talk about working on infrastructure, I think we need to work on the infrastructure of technology as well, because it's not connecting. It's really a mess.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.